I, 20F, hooked up with my stepbrother, 20M, and I'm completely panicking. I'm 20F and my stepbrother is also 20M. He's 5 months older. Our parents only got married a few years ago, so we only lived in the same house for 1 year. We weren't very close at all. More like awkward acquaintances. But we went to the same college. It's a small college near our town where basically everyone goes who stays in the area. We both are in the business school, and so we're in a lot of the same classes and activities, so we ended up having similar friends. We got closer as friends, siblings while in school. Though my best friend is my roommate. We were all at a bar last Saturday and my stepbrother was being really nice after a guy the first was supposed to meet up with never showed. He kept buying me drinks and laughing at my jokes, and I was a little drunk and I kissed him. He seemed really into it and we went back to his place and had sex. It was really good and he was complimenting me so much, and I was kinda bummed for a minute that he's not like some random guy, but then the second it was over I left and haven't answered his texts since, and I've been nauseous ever since. I literally feel like the grossest person in the world. IDK if I just initiated this because no one here has really liked me and I was feeling desperate. Or what? I feel so guilty and I don't know if I should tell my mom or block him or what. I'm going back and forth between having an anxiety attack and remembering like sexual things about him. WTF. I don't know if I should transfer even. Sorry for the rant, I'm in such a tailspin. Should I cut him off? Tell my mom? Pretend it never happened and just distance myself? Try to go back to being friends? Edit. Thank you all for the great advice. Really talked me down last night, haha. I texted him and we're meeting up today to talk. We'll update how it goes. Well, definitely don't tell your mom. Or block him. Or transfer schools. All of that would likely make things much worse. You're not related. Just talk to him about it. Be adults and tell him how you feel and see what he says. First of all, don't panic. You're not the first person to have this kind of experience. And you're not alone. There are many people who have had similar situations and have found ways to cope and move on. You're not gross or wrong for having feelings or acting on them. You're human. And humans make mistakes sometimes. Second, take some time to process your emotions and thoughts. You might be feeling a lot of things right now, such as guilt, shame, confusion, anger, regret, or even attraction. These are all normal and valid feelings. But they can also be overwhelming and conflicting. It might help to talk to someone you trust, such as a friend, a counselor, or a therapist. They can listen to you without judging you and help you sort out your feelings and options. Third, communicate with your stepbrother. You said you haven't answered his texts since the hookup. That might be making him feel rejected, confused, or hurt. He might also be feeling guilty or ashamed. Or he might have developed feelings for you. You won't know unless you talk to him. You don't have to decide anything right away. But you should at least let him know how you feel and what you want. Maybe you want to forget it ever happened and go back to being friends, siblings. Maybe you want to cut him off completely and avoid him. Maybe you want to explore the possibility of a relationship with him. Whatever you choose, you should be honest and respectful with him and yourself. Fourth, consider the consequences of your actions. Hooking up with your stepbrother might have some implications for your family, your social life, and your future. How would your parents react if they found out? How would your friends react? How would this affect your college experience? How would this affect your relationship with your stepbrother in the long term? These are some questions you might want to think about before making any decisions. Fifth, do what's best for you. Ultimately, you're the only one who can decide what to do with your life. You have to live with the consequences of your actions. So you should do what makes you happy and comfortable. Don't let anyone pressure you into doing something you don't want to do, or stop you from doing something you do want to do. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, you have the right to choose your own path. I hope this helps a little bit. Remember that you're not alone, and that there are people who care about you and support you no matter what. Take care of yourself and stay safe. Hey, when you guys get married, does that make your parents their own in-laws? Awkward? For sure. Gross? Definitely not. You're consenting enough adults and aren't related. Process your feelings. Have a conversation and figure out where you want to go from here. Aside from that, you did absolutely nothing wrong and had a good time. Definitely not the first step kids that slept together. You're not related to him, so stop freaking. There's no blood between the two of you. You could become boyfriend, girlfriend and marry if you wanted. There's nothing to stop you. If you are so freaked out, sit down and talk to him. Tell him you want to keep it just between the two of you and not have your mother and his father find out, because they probably both flip. If they do, they do. If they find out. But it's not the end of the world. It's not like he's your half-brother or something, then yeah, that wouldn't be the greatest thing in the world. But you're not related. I think I read this book. More seriously, you guys aren't siblings. This isn't incest. It was a bad idea and may complicate things. But it doesn't mean you're a gross person. Have you read his texts? What is he saying? I think you're best off telling him that was a bad idea. Create some distance, but try your best to act normally when you are around him. Why would you tell your mom? So two people had great sex and now you're ghosting him? Sit down and talk like adults and work out something that will work without causing any waves. Don't tell your parents. You both are adults. Weren't raised together. It happened. Don't make a big deal out of it. Talk to him. Neither did anything wrong. If he wasn't your stepbrother, would you want to pursue? Pretty sure this was a storyline on Gossip Girl back in the day. Genetically no harm at all. Socially, a little trickier, but honestly not the first or last people in this situation. Just talk it through with them. I don't really see an issue. You're not related in anything other than name. The only thing with pursuing a relationship is how it might play out in the future if you don't end up together. Which statistically you won't. Your ex-stepbrother will always be a part of your life, and any new boyfriends might have a problem with that. You weren't children who grew up together where you formed a sibling bond. I just hope you both are able to talk things out and decide whatever is best for you both. You shouldn't do anything silly, it will make things much worse. Be adult, talk to him about it, how you feel, and see what he says. What Pornhub does to a MF. Please don't put this burden of knowledge on your mom. Tears of joy, you're not gross. You're not blood relatives. But it's a pretty weird situation. I wouldn't do it again. Just move on and pretend like it didn't happen. If you can. Stepsister banger here. We were adults and our parents were only engaged. Makes family gatherings a little funny now. Lol. Tell them you got stuck in the washing machine. It's unavoidable to not have sex from there. Please talk to him. You did the most intimate thing you can do with another human. Ignoring him is mentally hurtful. You're not biological related. It's not disgusting. You are human. Oh love, you're okay. You're not related. You were older when your folks got married. You're an adult and so is he. Please talk to him. He may be feeling the same way you are. I can't imagine that anxiety. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Be honest, all of the rationale you've come up with since it happened is guilt. Shame. Confusion offering their justifications. It happened. Y'all talk it out and then move forward from here. You got this. There is nothing wrong with this. You are not relatives. This is more common than you think. Definitely text and talk to him. It's not gross at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.